It's your boy Jay Hino, and I'm not gonna do my Royal Rumble 2015 review right now. I'm just gonna do that next video. But I just read a report saying that Raw and SmackDown this week are canceled due to the winter storm that's gonna happen later on tonight. It's actually already happened. It's just not snowing right now. It's raining right now. That's how it starts. It's gonna be a big ass blizzard. But I don't think you'll have to worry because the power won't go out. It didn't go out a couple years before when we had a blizzard, and it ain't gonna go out this year. I know they're exaggerating saying that it's a big winter storm, but it's nothing but snow. It ain't like it's a fucking avalanche or some shit. Come on now, it's just snow. Snow don't hurt. It's just snowing real fast. Snowing real fast. It's going like as fast as speeding bullets. But not that fast. Where the snow is like falling like rain. It usually falls slow as hell. That's snow as hell. Usually falls slow as hell, but it's gonna go down like rain. Like strong rains. That's what they're saying. But it shouldn't be that strong. Judging by the last blizzard we had on the East Coast, it shouldn't be that strong because it wasn't that strong last time we had it. So I just know it ain't gonna be strong this time. It's gonna be strong, but it ain't gonna be that strong. It's just gonna be like strong rains, like a flood. But anyway, see, I got the face cam up instead of you just seeing me throughout the whole screen. The reason why is because I'm on ropebreakwrestling.com, and they posted this article with Vince McMahon's reaction to the Royal Rumble. And it ain't just his reaction, it's everybody else's reaction as well. Everybody in WWE, The Rock, Vince himself, everybody, even WWE talent, they were surprised because of the amount of boos that Roman Reigns got. I'm going to read this whole article. So, yeah. But let me read this part right here. Let me read this. Hold up. Vince has some nerve. He said, "Don't look for Daniel Bryan to be added to the title match at WrestleMania, as Vince feels it will be a repeat moment." Don't you think this is a fucking repeat moment? This is the exact same moment from last year's Royal Rumble. Batista won the Royal Rumble and they booed the shit out of Batista. And this year it happened again. This is a repeat moment, but he doesn't want to put Daniel Bryan in the WWE title match. I don't care what they do for the title match. I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna watch. But right now, I'm just not gonna give a shit. Right now, I'm not gonna review Raw. I'm not gonna review SmackDown. I'm just gonna review the pay-per-views and that's it. Until Raw gets better, I'll review it. But now, it ain't shit because the past couple weeks it's been shit. Especially Raw reunion. That Raw sucked. I mean, they had a good build up to the Royal Rumble, but the show sucked. Only good things that was on there was the legend segments, and that was it. Funniest thing that happened was Damian Sandow coming in as X-Pac. I actually thought that was X-Pac at first, but then I noticed the bit. I'm like, oh shit, that's Damian Sandow. He came in there doing this and shit. You want to know who looks stupid as hell doing the DX chop? Mike Tyson. Bruh. I forgot what pay-per-view it was, but I seen Mike Tyson doing that, and when he was doing, he was like, looked like he was having a damn seizure. This dude already looks special as hell. I mean, even the way he talks, he just sounds special. He sounds like he was in special ed in high school. But I almost forgot that his jaw got fucked up from one of those punches. Or it might have got punched in the throat. I don't know. It was some kind of punch and fucked up his voice, and now he got a lisp. Yeah, he sounds like this. Name my best Mike Tyson impression. I'd do something like that later on. But let's get to this source. This source is from Wrestling Observer, and this was posted by Alex Kazubski, however the hell you say his name. I guess this dude is from Japan or something. Somewhere in Asia. I don't know. But it started off by saying that the Royal Rumble hasn't even sunk in yet. The boos, the we won't refund cheers, the Twitter backlash with hashtag cancel WWE Network becoming the #1 trend worldwide. All the negativity is still so vivid. Roman Reigns does not deserve this kind of backlash. He's just a guy doing what he's told. That's the problem. He's doing what he's told. He's getting told what to say. He's getting told what to do. At Survivor Series, when he said, I'm gonna cock this fist and make it rain in that bitch. That was scripted. I can already tell. And the promos that he's been cutting for the past couple of weeks, SmackDown before last, and SmackDown last week, and last night's Royal Rumble, those promos were scripted. Although they were, okay, they were scripted like a motherfucker. They need to stop scripting his promos. I've already complained to WWE twice about that shit, and they're still doing it. And it ain't just me complaining, it's everybody else complaining. I'm complaining right now. But it's everybody is complaining that WWE is doing this stupid shit, and they just can't stop. WWE ain't what it used to be. It ain't what it used to be, man. They used to know how to book everybody. They used to know how to make good matches. They told everybody to go all out back in the day. But now, since it's PG, they're not letting them go all out with their wrestling moves and shit. Do they not know that makes the matches boring? Oh my God. I read somewhere that Vince McMahon was backstage watching one of the Raws that we said was the worst Raw of all time. He said that shit was awesome. How was that even awesome? I don't know what the fuck you see. I mean, that reminds me of my mom. You see something that I don't see. How is that show awesome? It's just like when we cleaning up the house. We clean up the whole living room. My mom act like she still sees shit on the floor. She said, "Why? This living room is a wreck." I'm like, what the fuck did you see? There's nothing on the floor but the baby's toys. How is that dirty? They down here playing with the toys. That don't make the living room dirty. Come on now, what the fuck do you see? You know what I'm saying? She does this shit all the time. And I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting ready to move out next month. So, yeah. I changed my mind about March. I'm moving out next month. So I'm washing all my clothes. I'm looking for as many clothes as possible. As many shirts, pants, and drawers and shit, socks. I'm looking for as much as possible. So I can start packing my duffel bag. I get on my games and shit, and I can move the fuck out. First, I gotta talk to my uncle first. So, asking can I move him? But anyway, let's get back to this. God damn. This was supposed to be his moment. Instead, he was fed the wolves in Philadelphia. Not even his megastar cousin could save him. The Observer is reporting that Vince McMahon and other WWE officials were surprised at the level of fan backlash towards Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble. The WWE expected some backlash, but were not prepared for what occurred and panicked, changing some things early on in the match. Also, The Rock is not happy about the position he was put in at last night's Royal Rumble. And don't look for Daniel. I keep saying Daniel for some reason. And don't look for Daniel Bryan to be added into the title match at WrestleMania, as Vince feels like it'll be a repeat moment. Like this wasn't a repeat moment. Sometimes he just needs to think. Either he's gonna think and come up with something better than he already had, or he just need to fucking step down and let Triple H own the business. Or at least let Stephanie get some shine again. I mean, she did great as the GM at SmackDown. Although I think she was getting told what to do, but still. She did great as a GM at SmackDown. Or at least bring Eric Bischoff back. Or just let Sting own the company. You can let him buy the company or something. I don't know. But Vince just need to fucking step down for real. I don't think he's going to step down until the day he dies. And WWE is not going to change. He keeps going with this PG bullshit, and he admitted on the Stone Cold podcast, even in different interviews, that even though the show is PG, some of the content was G-rated. Like the bunny bullshit, the Exotic Express, that is G-rated. Like, come on now. You really think we want to see this G-rated shit? Bruh. They fucked up Hornswoggle having him come out with Slater Gator as a fucking alligator. That was G-rated. Vince McMahon does not have any potential left. This ain't the same Vince McMahon from back in the day. This ain't the same evil genius Vince McMahon from back in the day. After watching last night's Royal Rumble, I was thinking about quitting watching wrestling, but no, I'm gonna keep watching. Because it helps me with my training. Not WWE, but NXT, TNA now. Not TNA from 2014, but TNA from Destination America, not Spike. Destination America's TNA. And I watched some old episodes of TNA from the old Spike network, from the old Spike TV. Unless it was on something else. WCW when it was on TNT. ECW. NJPW a little bit. Ring of Honor. PWG. It's a lot of shit that I'm watching. That helps me out with my training. It helps me learn these moves. It helps me learn how to execute these moves perfectly without hurting myself. So me learn how to sell moves. You know what I'm saying? One of my nitpicks about WWE nowadays is that you can actually hear the wrestlers calling the moves sometimes. They need to learn how to fucking whisper, especially seeing a dude be loud as hell. He be loud as shit. You can hear him call suplex. I'm like, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up. Whisper. God damn it. That the AJ versus Paige match. That what was it? I think it was. What was it? Money in the Bank? I think it was. I think it was for the Divas Championship. As soon as they got it, they were going for a superplex. And usually we don't see Divas do a superplex. And when they did it, the commentary team, they made it like it was a big deal. But when wrestlers do it, when the male wrestlers do it, they don't act like it's a big deal, because we see it all the fucking time. But Paige got up on the top rope. She put AJ up there, and then Paige climbed up there. They were going for a suplex, and Paige's like, "You ready?" All right, 1, 2, 3, and they did the suplex. And you can literally hear her saying, "You ready?" Then count to 3. You can literally hear her say that. And the reason why is because they put the fucking camera in the wrong goddamn place at the wrong goddamn time. Back in the day, they put the camera in the right place at the right time. If you can hear the wrestlers call the moves. Actually, no, they didn't really do that good, because I watched some YouTube videos of wrestlers calling the moves. Even from way back in the day, from the 80s and shit. A little bit from the 80s, but mostly in the 90s and the early 2000s. And a lot of it from nowadays. Let's get back to this though. How long have I been recording? 13 minutes. I'll probably be done reading this about a 20-minute mark. Where do we begin with this? Where do we even begin to break this down? Let's start with Roman Reigns. Let's be clear. Thought of T.I. as soon as I said that. Let me be clear that we here at Broke Break Wrestling do not hate Roman Reigns. Hell, I was a big fan of the guy. Me too. I still am a fan. I was a big fan of the guy a year ago. Me too. I still am a fan. Me too, but I'm slowly starting to hate Roman Reigns. But after the split of the Shield, it became very clear that Roman has lacked the skill set necessary to become the top guy. At this point in time, his moveset is very limited. His mic skills are less than satisfactory, and he's having an identity crisis while trying to figure out his character. Exactly. That's exactly right. The reason why is because he's still stuck in the Shield gimmick. He still has the gear, still has the music, even though it's remixed. And he still says believe that. Either give him a new catchphrase and change his gimmick, or just turn him heel. That'll make everything better. Just turn him heel. Don't turn Rollins face though. He ain't that good as a face. He's better off being a top heel. But what they could have did was had Daniel Bryan win the Royal Rumble and have Brock Lesnar get screwed out of the title by Paul Heyman. You know, you can have it be like a no disqualification match, and you can have Paul Heyman take a glass from the if this is TV 14, they said it's supposed to be TV 14 later this year, but have Paul Heyman take a glass or something and crack it over Brock Lesnar's skull, and then have Daniel Bryan, you know, over the pin. This about to turn Daniel Bryan heel, and then that'll make Seth Rollins become a face because Seth Rollins will try to come out and cash in. You know, but that'll be a good thing though. You can turn Seth Rollins face for a little bit, and then turn Daniel Bryan heel, and then have a double turn later down the road. I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. But Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, that would be boring as hell. Shit, that'd probably be more boring than Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 30. That match was boring, but the reactions after the match took the cake. Even the ones online on YouTube. Oh man. Anyway, Roman has potential. That is clear. Roman has potential. That is clear to see. But now is not his time. Goddamn right. Does the WWE really expect me to believe that Roman Reigns can beat Brock Lesnar easily? Especially after what he did in the triple threat match? I don't buy it, and neither should any of you. You know, that's what the commentary. That's why on commentary they went with the broken rib angle. I was pissed when they said that shit. I'm like, are they really gonna do a broken rib angle? His shit ain't even broken. They do bumps like that all the fucking time. How does that break your rib? And you can see that he put his arms there because he saved himself from breaking his rib. So how's that gonna be a broken rib angle? Brock shows up to Mania, still nursing his broken rib. Reigns gives him a good spear, and it's all downhill from there. That'll be the worst, probably be one of the worst WrestleMania main events of all time. Right next to Cena Rock 2 at WrestleMania 29, because that match was horrible, and they had the nerve to give that the 2013 match of the year. Like, are you fucking serious? How was that match of the year? That match fucking sucked. It was boring as hell, repetitive, and nothing really happened in the match. Like, come on now, the match fucking sucked. The Rock managed to get a pop from the Philly crowd for a split second before they realized his true purpose. Before they realized what his true purpose was. The Rock was the backup plan. The Rock was supposed to save Roman Reigns from the fire, but not even his star power could do that. You could see it on Rocky's face that he was having a having a deja vu moment, thinking back at the time when he was pushed too hard, too fast. I still remember that though. He came in as Rocky Maivia in 1996, 1997. He became he was still Rocky Maivia, but he changed his gear up. He turned heel. He was with the Nation of Domination. In 1998, he won the WWF Championship. That was too damn fast. He wasn't even ready at the time. I mean, promo-wise, he was ready, but his moveset, it was just repetitive. But one of my favorite matches from The Rock to this day was The Rock versus Mankind at WrestleMania at Royal Rumble 1999. That match was the shit. You know, I give that a tie along with The Rock versus Mankind at Halftime Heat. Oh man, I love that match. I love playing it on WWE 13, man. That shit was fun as hell. The Rock was stunned at the reaction Roman Reigns got from the crowd, and continued later on in the Fallout show when he was visibly flustered while trying to cut a promo. When your biggest star of the business of your business is shot to the point where he can't cut one of his world famous promos, you should know that you did something wrong. The Rock, the Rock, the Rock has every right to not be happy. He was just used as a pawn in Vince McMahon's game. Like I said, Vince McMahon has fucked up big time. He did it with Batista last year. He did it with Cena in 2013. And then Sheamus in 2012. Even though I didn't know that Sheamus was going to win because I didn't read the dirt sheets. But, yeah. I guess a lot of people read the dirt sheets in 2012 and knew Sheamus was going to win. But I didn't know because I wasn't reading dirt sheets at the time. But then I started reading them in 2013 and things just went downhill from there. If they hadn't recreated dirt sheets, then we wouldn't have known who would have been winning the Rumble. Because 3 years in a row, for me, 3 years in a row, the Royal Rumble has been fucking predictable. Off the fucking ass. And I can only see that next year's Royal Rumble is going to be predictable as well. If they don't do something about it. The case with Daniel Bryan is a sad one. It's very clear. It's clear that even after being gone for 9 months, that this guy is still loved by his fans. Not everybody. Smart Busters be burying his ass on their videos, calling him Steve Cropper. They call Dolph Ziggler spaghetti hair weirdo. They call Eric Rowan lunchbox. They just disrespect everybody, but it's funny as hell. I know they really like him for real, but on the videos they act like they don't. They probably do a video about my video and talk shit to me. I don't care. Fuck them. I just like the videos because they yell a lot and they say funny shit. So, yeah. The kind of reaction he gets is something that grew organically. Bryan should have won this Rumble. Not because of how over he was, but because it would have made sense from a storytelling standpoint. Bryan should have won the Rumble. Goddamn right. Gone on to face Lesnar at WrestleMania. Regain the title and lose it immediately to Seth Rollins. Like, how hard is that? That's actually what I just said, though. I didn't even notice that this was in that article. But that's what I just said, though, you know. Because, you know, Brock Lesnar can get screwed because he ain't going to lose straight up to Daniel Bryan. You know, he can get screwed by Paul Heyman. You know, Paul Heyman can turn heel. He can get screwed by Seth Rollins when he comes out. Or he can get screwed by anybody. Shit. Like I said, he can get something cracked off his skull. You know what I'm saying? And that'll let Bryan win the match. But then that'll be like too... Yeah. Yeah. And lose it immediately to Seth Rollins after he cashes in on his Money in the Bank contract. In that moment, you have Lesnar pass the torch to Rollins as he becomes the number one heel in the company. Bryan becomes the number one face, and you have a new feud all the way until SummerSlam. Yes, that would have made a lot more sense. But now that you got Roman Reigns going to defeat Brock Lesnar at Mania, Lesnar should not go out that way. He should go out to somebody that has like a more meaningful gimmick, you know. Somebody that actually deserves the title. Because Roman Reigns don't deserve shit. He's just like, you know what? They did build him up like Cena. Only held one mid-card title and now shooting up to the main event. Because when Cena was in the mid-card, he only held the U.S. Championship. He never held, well, he held the Tag Team Championship too, but that don't count. Yeah, Tag Team Championships don't count. I'm counting mid-card titles, you know, IC and U.S. Championship. Roman Reigns ain't held neither one of those. Only championship he held with the Tag Team Championship with Seth Rollins, but that don't count. How the fuck you not gonna give him a mid-card title first before shooting him up to the main event? Come on now. That don't make no fucking sense. My mama hear me cussing, but I don't care. Seth Rollins made a statement tonight in the triple threat match. He may not have won, but he gave it everything he had. Goddamn right, especially with that Phoenix Splash. I'd never seen that outside of a WWE game, ever. I didn't think that he would be the first person that I see do that. I think I seen somebody do that in Ring of Honor one time. But, yeah. And Daniel Bryan did the airplane spin. He ain't did that shit since the Indies. And that was like a Eugene moment right there. That was kind of funny. Seth Rollins stole the show and showed the officials in the back that he is a main event talent. As for Bryan, it is hard to see what WWE has planned for him. But I wouldn't be surprised if they revived the feud between him and Sheamus. That was supposed to happen last year at WrestleMania. No, I never knew that. That wasn't in the dirt sheets, though. Revived the feud because at this time, Daniel Bryan was the heel, with the no gimmick. And Sheamus was the face. So I guess if they do continue that feud, I guess they're going to do it vice versa, with Sheamus as the heel finally, and Bryan as the face. And I think Sheamus will probably win that. I mean, it makes more sense for the heel to win that match. I mean, to me, it does. And then the last part of it, I'm still trying to process all of this. The pay-per-view was going so well. No, it wasn't. Every match was decent. Then the triple threat match was phenomenal. No, it was not. The triple threat match was the only good match on the card besides the tag team match that happened on the pre-show. But everything else fucking sucked. The Divas match, it sucked. They fucked it up at the end because Paige never got in the match. And they ended it with a fucking elbow. What kind of shit is that? That's not her finisher. That's her signature move. She should have just picked her ass up and hit her with the rack attack and then pinned her. But she pinned her after an elbow. Like they didn't have time. They ended the show at 10:43. You had an extra 16 minutes. 17 minutes. And you mean to tell me you had to end the match like that? Come on, man. Get real. The Rumble match brought all that momentum to a screeching halt. The WWE was going to be in major damage control mode. Is going to be in major damage control mode for the next few weeks. WWE has to do something to save WrestleMania. Do they call an audible and have Reigns cash in on this opportunity early and fight Brock Lesnar at Fastlane? It seems possible, but I don't think that's something that WWE is willing to do. WWE has backed themselves into a corner, and if WWE has backed themselves into a corner and they don't find a happy medium soon, I thought I was about to say happy ending. Happy medium soon, the fans may become more disgruntled and more vocal over the next few months. I mean, look what happened with Batista. He was fucking mad. He got so mad that he actually quit. The reason why is because he never got a title shot. I know that was scripted, but he was really mad because of the fans, because they kept booing his ass. He said it in an interview. He was pissed because he came back as a babyface, but he kept getting heat because they knew he was going to win the Royal Rumble match, so they just booed the shit out of him every time he wrestled. Even with that match he had against Alberto Del Rio at, what was it, Night of Champions? They booed the shit out of Roman. They booed the shit out of Batista, and they cheered Del Rio. And the match is boring. They weren't even chanting Del Rio, I think. I think they was trolling throughout the whole match because the match is that goddamn boring. Man. Now let me read these comments though. Dave did this morning. Dave said, It is very unfortunate what happened at the Rumble. I am too a huge fan of Roman. The thing is, the outcome of the Rumble should have happened last year. Goddamn right, he should have won last year, but they fucked that up making Batista win. Then they repeated the same shit this year. Come on now, does WWE have any fucking common sense? Shit. Bryan should have won, slotting him in the main event of Mania. Seth Rollins can cash in Money in the Bank. Cash in Money in the Bank shot on Raw tonight. And start a feud with Bryan early to build up to the main event. I'm just saying my own thing a little bit. to build a Roman and Brock feud for Mania and having be Brock's last match. I don't see, huh? Oh, seeing as I don't think he will renew his contract. Yeah, imagine what the Roman Brock feud would be like. Imagine what the build up would be like. Cause Brock Lesnar ain't gonna show up. He ain't gonna appear via satellite. He's not gonna show up. So what are we gonna get? 2 fucking months of cheesy ass, scripted ass Roman Reigns promos. And you think we want to see some shit like that? No. Man, Vince just needs to step the fuck down for real, man. Bryan and Rollins have the ability to main event Mania, as they proved that in ROH. Goddamn right. And even CM Punk, and they fucked him over. That's why he walked out. I can see somebody else walking out from the company. I mean, Justin Gabriel just quit because of the treatment that he been getting. So, I see somebody else walking out as well. So you got 2 people that just walked out. You got CM Punk that walked out last year. You got Justin Gabriel that walked out this year. Who else is gonna walk out? Cause it was an article saying that he quit. Quitting and walking out, basically the same thing. Plus, the Brock Roman feud could give some much needed momentum to Roman Reigns' push. I hate to say it, because it's unfortunate, but Roman's injury slowed him down more than I thought. More than everyone thought it would. With the talent they have, WWE can make a supercard for Mania. Goddamn right. I also think with my supercard Mania should be 4 hours. It's already 4 hours. You got 2 hours of the pre-show. That's no 6 hours. You got 2 hours of the pre-show, then you got 4 hours of WrestleMania. It happened last year. It's gonna happen again this year. So those are 2 of Dave's comments, and then Dean S said, "Limited moveset and less satisfactory mic skills. Sounds like Brock Lesnar rather than Roman Reigns." Well, because all Brock Lesnar does is suplexes? No. We could tolerate Brock Lesnar doing that because he's a badass, you know? He can do that. But Roman Reigns, take no exceptions. Roman Reigns, he needs to train more. He needs to get some more moves on his repertoire. You know, for real, I think he's been training with Cena, for real. I think he has, because he only has 5 moves. Or 60 if you count the Samoan drop. But yeah, Roman Reigns can do it. Brock Lesnar can do that because he's a badass. But Roman Reigns, he just needs to train more, get some more moves in his repertoire. He needs to take some acting classes. When I take acting classes, he needs to work with The Rock on promos. Learn how to cut better promos, you know. Unscripted promos. Because The Rock never cut a scripted promo. Everything he said was off the dome. Bray Wyatt, everything he says is off the dome. He admitted it in the interview on the podcast. Dean Ambrose, he said the same thing. All his promos, off the dome. Like every wrestler's interview that I see, and they asked him, the person's podcast, person that's doing the podcast, they asked that wrestler, "Do you read scripted promos?" And they say no. They hand me a script, I'm ball up right in their face, and I throw it right in the trash. Because I'm not reading that bullshit. I'm just paraphrasing it. I know if I end up in WWE in one day, because I am going to wrestle for real. I don't care what my mama say, I'm wrestling. That's my lifelong dream, and I'm not going to let her keep me from doing that. She's trying to send me to college and make me do some other shit, but no, I'm not going to college. I'm going to wrestle immediately. Either I do that, or I do MMA. Or both. But I know one thing, if I end up going to WWE someday, I'm not reading no fucking scripted promos. I'm going to ball that shit up and throw it right in the trash. Say, I'm cutting promos off the dome. I'm not reading no scripted promos to have heat like Roman Reigns and everybody else that's been reading scripted promos and got backlash for it. You're not gonna punish me like that. No. Ain't donating shit. You know what I'm fixing to do? I was fixing to share this, but actually, you know what? I am gonna share it. Let me see. I thought I liked it. Post it in the group. I just pissed myself off just now talking about Roman Reigns. Next video we're gonna do the we're gonna do a little wrestling game. We're gonna do porn names. Porn names involving, wrestling pay-per-views. Doesn't have to be WWE. It can be WWE, ROH, NJPW, TNA, anything. Doesn't matter. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna show y'all the DMV Wrestling Fans group in the next video. I know y'all been wondering because I've been talking about DMV Wrestling Fans a lot, but y'all probably don't even know what it is. So I'm gonna show y'all that next video. With that being said, With that being said, leave a like, leave a comment, add me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you guys immediately after this video. All right, peace out.